Ah, fall. It's when most of us start thinking about getting our homes ready for winter. It's also a good time to think about sealing up gaps and maybe adding some insulation. There are lots of materials to choose from bats and rolls of fiberglass and wool to sprayed foams and others. All of them have various advantages and drawbacks, and any insulation is good. It saves a lot of energy, if it's installed properly. We had our attic filled with a thick layer of what is called blown cellulose last spring. So I wanted to learn a bit more about this particular material. Ours came from a small, family-run operation in Belchertown, Massachusetts, called the National Fiber Company. I met there with Chris Hoke, who was enthusiastic about his product.
You can feel a cellulose insulated house is a new house the minute you step in the door.
And what is it made of?
We have phone books, tax forms, recycled cardboard boxes.
And newspapers. That's right. Odds are that there are shredded flakes of the New York Times newspaper now keeping our new old house insulated. Who says there's no use for newspapers anymore? Of course, one of the big concerns surrounding cellulose insulation is flammability. It is paper, after all. But Hoke and his team mix the paper with boric acid, a white powder that makes the cellulose flame retardant. They run a burn test every day. The treated insulation won't let the flame spread. In fact, the folks at National Fiber are so sure of their product that they melted a penny with a blowtorch on a bed of fiber insulation.
Underneath it, just so I don't.
In my hand. This is bent here. I mean, that doesn't matter. There's a
No,
crack there.
no,
Right?
that'll be fine.
I'm trusting you here.
Okay,
All right.
okay, here we go.
I really honestly don't feel a thing. I really don't feel a thing. Fans of cellulose insulation also say that it provides a better air and sound barrier than other materials. Chris had a couple of less inflammatory ways of showing me those properties.
And we have here a personal alarm. And so we will set it off and we'll put it in here and we'll see that the fiberglass insulation muffles it somewhat. And we'll take the same sound and put it into the cellulose.
Our cellulose insulation has worked out pretty well for us, though experts suggest that we might have done just as well with fiberglass or another material. If you're thinking of improving the insulation in your home, make sure you've got enough and that it's properly installed. If you'd like to find out more or compare different types of insulation, you can visit energysavers.gov. Me, I'm sticking with cellulose. After all, I do work for a newspaper.